Network is trying to be a principality and power against this light, but that's not going to happen. So far, we've had our Currypuff filling simmering away, right? I've let it cook for, it's almost 30 minutes now, mostly because I was trying to fix things with the internet and didn't want to go too far. But what I did add, I added some soft parsley stems. That's what I did add when I went off. I added some soft parsley stems and just something to make it a little bit sweet. Normally I'll use like carrots, but this recipe doesn't involve carrots. So this is where we are at. So, and also I just allow this to reduce down. Okay. So right now I'm going to add some diced onions. I dice this really fat because I like the onion bites in this. So I diced it rather big, not as fine as I did for the spring roll. So I'm going to allow this to simmer again for a little bit. Okay. Then I'll go in with the parsley stems. Look how thick that is. Look at just, it's so creamy. It will be so creamy. I mean, it looks more fluidy now, but when it cools down, it's going to congeal. It's going to further congeal. I'm excited for this filling. Yep, this is what we have. I'm just trying to dislodge whatever got stuck underneath. This is my pot of curry puff filling simmering away, and I'm just dislodging whatever got stuck under. So if you're joining, this is the second part of the curry puff filling that I'm making. So I've just added in my onions, right? Then we're going to allow this simmer away, and I'm going to start off on the spring roll filling. I'm going to start off on the spring roll filling. Why this is filling. So for the spring roll filling, we're going to still follow Salim's Kitchen's recipe, as I've not done it before. So his recipe calls for 250 grams of flour. So I'll wipe down this bowl, measure that out, and we'll start. The day you choose to go to make a future, that allows for one to smell whatever is going on. That will be the day, guys, because this kitchen just smells amazing. So I'm measuring out my flour. For the spring rolls. So zero this. Start with 250 grams of flour. Okay. Next, we call for 2 flat teaspoons of salt. So, now, here it says to put lukewarm water, right? And it says tap water will do. But I'll rather just do lukewarm water itself. But to mix it. Okay. So some flour that's cute. Let's check on the curry filling. It's bubbling away really nicely. It's thick enough for me at this point. See? The oil has floated to the top and it's congealing. So this is great. Oh my god, look at you. Yes. Yep. See? It's sticking away nicely. This is a Currypuff filling. So right now I'm going to add the last thing for Currypuff filling, which is chopped parsley, and turn off the heat. I'm gonna add this in. I'll just turn off my heat and allow this filling to cool down. Oh, all this is going to cook it. Right. I'll need some more light, okay, because you're not appreciating this thing really well. Sunlight is not streaming in really well, as I hope. So yeah, this is much better. Not that great, much better. Wow, this is what it looks like. Just look at that. See how creamy it is. Yep. No corn flour added. So this is the filling for the curry puff, all done and ready. So now we're going to move on to making our spring roll wrappers. You and me, we're doing it for the first time. So don't leave me. So this is 250 grams of flour. I don't like this bowl. We have already started with it. I think it's too big for the amount of pastry I'm making. But yeah, it is what it is at this point. So I have my flour, and now I want to put some water on fire because it calls for lukewarm water, right? And the recipe says you can use tap water. I'd rather have my water lukewarm water because it stays in a different country, the person whose recipe I'm using. So maybe their tap water there again, or I would rather just use one that I'm used to for yeast. I usually use just to make it comfortable. So I'll heat up some water so it's lukewarm. Then I'll add in some oil. I'll put in about 2 tablespoons of oil and rub it into the flour. Sunday. Let me know where you're watching it from. I want your favorite snackies. I am making a picture that really come to life. Currypuff pastry. So now I want to make a first try at spring roll, and I've measured out my flour. Added it with 250 grams of flour with 2 tablespoons of salt. So now I'll just add in, 2 teaspoons, 2 teaspoons please of salt. Now I'm adding in 2 tablespoons of oil. body. So I'm going to rub it. This. Okay. So I'm rubbing in the flour, the oil into the flour. Let's see, check this recipe to make sure I'm on track. I think the only thing I've added that is this recipe is oil at this point. Yeah. It says to add about 200 ml of tap water. Right, and he says to stop rubbing it in when the flour can hold the shape like this. Not yet. I'll just continue doing that. So the first time I did that, held the shape. Held the shape, right? Okay. Let's stop here. So it says 200 ml of warm tap water. So what we're gonna do, we're going to mix some hot and cold water, right, to make it lukewarm. So I'm going to start off with like 50 ml of cold water, hot water, so I dilute it. Here, so it's visible. Okay. I'm gonna put on the machine. Change the units to milliliters. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. It's boiling water. So I'll add there's 16 ml of this. I'm aiming for 200 ml. Okay, now I'll create a hole in the middle, right? I'm just following it. Sheesh. Okay, I forgot one more thing I wanted to try. This thing, nobody sent me a message. I just said let me try it because why not? So I want to add in some lemon juice. Oh, this lemon is hard. Yay. So I had lemon. It's not a lot of juice in it. So I'm going to scoop out some of this water, right? And just okay. Then I'm squeezing in. This is the water for the wave, right? Okay. So I've scooped out some water. I'm adding some lemon juice. I just want to see. Okay. So I'm just doing this to catch the seeds. I already washed my lemon really well. One friend. Okay. I want a lot. I want my phone to be sassy. Okay, then I'll just go back to normal water. Okay. Lukewarm. Good. Okay. So we have a hole in the middle that I created. Then I'll add this in a bit, right? A bit of water. And mix it in. Just following the tutorial. Okay. Shift it to the side. See what I said? I should have used a bit a different bowl, one that it's not so wide. Because this I think this bowl is quite wide. The quantity of flour I'm making. So see there. Okay. So this is what I have created. Repeat. I'm making the filling for currypuff. Until bread arrow. So this is what we have. This is the one I mix with water. I'm just shifting to the side. Says to do it this until I have all the flour like this, look like cement like this. I put cement. See, I'm just tempted to just put it all at once because it's taking some time. But I know from past experience the importance to take your time, especially when it's your first time, to really feel and learn. Okay. I'm making the wrappers for spring roll, so I'm just adding some lukewarm water and some mixture of flour and salt gently and mixing it, because if you've ever done anything with flour and water, you know that if you put too much water to fix it, such a hassle. You might end up making far more than if you can redeem the situation. Reminds me of one time I was instructed to make a meal for an occasion. Can you imagine that kind of pressure? Actually, not to make the meal, to make like a step in the meal, right, for an occasion. But that's so much pressure. Cooking for an occasion because the judgment that comes from that kind of thing. and I've never done it before. And everyone was so busy. I didn't want to say I'd never done it before. So I just did the way I thought would be right to do it. But it turned out a mess. But yeah. One of the aunties there who had spent a lot of time cooking, she was able to salvage the situation. So almost anything can be fixed. And if it can't be fixed, c'est la vie. Nobody has died at least. This is what I have now. This is the part that has been mixed. So at the end of the day, I might end up using all of this. See? I saw the importance of adding it gently. If I mix all at once, how do I say strength for my lemon? But I don't think I want this. Okay. Okay. Other pastries, also this one. So I'm going to put the last drop, just a little drip. See, they want to do like the water is too much. I told you this pastry, they have a mind of their own. Okay, so now the next thing it says to punch down when you want to mix it. That's the best way to knead. Do it for about a minute. So I'll just do this gently. See how small my bowl is. See the large bowl that we leave alone. Okay. I like this. I like how it looks. Okay. So I'm going to stop here. Given how sticky this thing is, I worry that I did more than I was supposed to. So now the next step is to cover it, right? To place it and allow it to rest for 30 minutes. Cover it and allow it to rest for 30 minutes. So we'll do that. 20 minutes. I'll just wash my hands. I was trying to get up as much as possible. Here's the back of the knife I'm using. I said this time is for the gluten to relax, so let's allow gluten to relax. Everybody needs to relax. In the meantime, I'll probably get something to do. I haven't had much to eat, so I am quite ill. I hope it's not a lot of preparing. So I'm going to make some Gary. I'm going to put some water for the Gary. Ma, should I make Gary for you as well? This is done. Where's that long purple tablecloth? Emma, where's that long purple tablecloth? So I'm allowing this to rest for 20 minutes. Meanwhile, quick here. Hold on. To see the sunlight. Okay. This is the Currypuff filling. Yep, this is what we have from the Currypuff filling. Okay. Now I'll just do the dishes. What's your favorite snack? Sunday snack. Are you a brunch or Sunday person, or it's not part of your culture? What was it for me growing? My God, it was really long church service. Long church service when I was younger. So in the morning, I would eat like I was going for war. I'm feeling like I was going up for war. Because we'll go for mass, then after that we'll go for a Christian group meeting. So we'll leave the house like 7 a.m. because started like 8 and mass ran from 8 to 11:30. Lunch around like 3 minutes to do the period. The service will start at like 1. Was it? No, I think we went for last service. Yeah, we went for last service, last mass. So that was 11. Yeah, okay, I can't really remember. But I know that it's usually else in the morning. I come back every day at 5 p.m. till 9 to 5 and so. No, it's longer. For the service will end like. Oh yeah, we'll go for first. Yeah, I remember. We'll go for the first 8 to 11. Yes, because I used to get up early every week. 8 to 7. Then, sorry, 8 to 11. Then we'll go and visit one of my aunts who stayed close to where this church was. Then by 1 we'll return for Christian group meeting. That lasted till 3. It was by 3, 4. Then that's when we'll start going home. And I'm visited Ambod Gary, so that's what I'm wanting to do. An essential food to step off on certain times. But that's what I'm going to be making. I'm going to make some Gary. Sorry, she brought me a roll, so I'm going to make some Gary to eat with you. How is your day going? What's your normal Sunday routine? I'm going to use this to so this one area is like it's made from cassava. I think it's called yuca in some parts. Cassava. Cassava is processed to make Gary. How do they even make it? You know, they grind, they squeeze out the water, then they fry it. That's what I can remember of the process of making Gary. Okay. So my water has come to me. I like to cook my garri. Most people, I don't know if most people do it differently, but growing up, we didn't really use to cook garri. But I like to cook mine. I like when it's sticky. I like when it grows. So I'll not be able to hold this and record while I'm making the garri because I need to be quick. So I'm just going to put it from this angle, pouring the garri into the boiling water. And while I'm stirring, so because I don't want any lumps. Okay. I took out some hot water. I'm going to add that in. I like to cook it out to the I even want to change the burner. That's so this one. So I want the heat much lower. So the garri actually cooks. Okay. So this is what we have. Then I'm going to put in some of that boiling water. See, make a garri the way you want. In my life, I'll show you the way I like to make my own. Because a friend was like, oh, they don't cook garri. And I just went bonkers on her like some bridezilla. And she was trying to be helpful. But this is how I like cooking mine. How do you like cooking yours? Or do you even know about garri? This thing is so heavy and filling. So I'm just, yeah, I want the water to go to the bottom. Right now I want it to be cooked more by steam. Right. So I'm going to cover these and turn the heat, which is already really low, down to the lowest. Yeah. I'll let that for some time. I hope you had something to eat. Or if you know where I am, you can come join. Sharing is caring. I don't mind sharing. It looks like I'll end up. It looks like I'll end up letting that dough rest for longer because I want to eat and I don't like to rush when I'm eating. You see, is why you want me to choke? Why put that off? So I'm going to eat during the rest time. Okay, so here's a garri. It's steamed up, right? Okay, This is it. Now I'm just going to turn it. See why it's a lifesaver. See how much it's swelled up by. I think we used about 2.5 cups of curry and it's swelled up this much already. What are you having for lunch? For dinner? Whatever. It's 2 p.m. where I am. Beautiful sunlight. You guys, I wish it was coming out from this angle. Oh my gosh, like I just wanted that sunlight to just bathe me. The lighting would have been much better, but alas, I'm gonna stand outside and see small that sunlight. Abby. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. This is why I say I like when it's drawing a bit. It doesn't taste raw. That's why I like my curry. Okay. Now let's fish. I just like to rinse my plates. Like clean, but I'll still rinse it. So I'm going to scoop up some of the curry. This is one thing about curry. They usually have some weird things inside of the market. That's why I also like to cook it. Whether in or out. Let me cook it. Maybe cooked. Okay. So just going to put curry. Okay. And this is still hot. It's this is my curry. Dish some Another thing about Sundays, people visit you with food. Look at this. Flax of arrow. Mix it up a bit. See the sunshine to mix up the arrow. So, okay. Some fish. Okay.
I've not been in that direct sunlight for a long time.
Okay, here we go. See, the vegetable has to be at least like 5 times this. For me, here we are with this. Little curry and egg. Really made the curry. Alright, so I'm going to go and have lunch. Then I'll come back to do the spring rolls, right? It's resting right now. It's left actually just 5 minutes, but I want to eat. So we'll let it rest for a while. So I have energy to
Oh, there's none here.
Bye bye.